but I'm looking at the car right now, and it looks really, really, really good. I'm so stoked on it. In today's video, I plan to give you guys a final reveal of the flare install, because I was able to finish it up last time despite me actually missing a lot of footage. I apologize for that last video, by the way. Anything that could have went wrong with my camera. So hopefully I can get that handled this time. But like I said, I'm going to give you guys a final reveal of the Karlton flare install, and I'm actually going to be installing something a little bit different today. And some may say it's controversial, some may like it, some may not. Kind of doing it as more of a kind of shits and giggles. So I'll give you guys, I'll clue you guys in on that as soon as I get back to the house. So I'll be back in a little bit. And we're back at the house. So I just got back from Walmart. I had to go pick up a couple of jack stands, and I also went to O'Reilly's to get a couple of electrical things. And I mentioned in that other clip that we're going to be installing something else in the car today, and that is this right here. So this is the RGB IC by Govee. It's an underglow kit that I got off of Amazon. I figured I'd do something different with the car. I know some people like it, some people don't. My opinion, it's kind of slowly making a comeback, to be quite honest. But I'm gonna throw these on the car today. Hopefully it should only take about an hour. Although, you know, you plan for something to take an hour and it takes 3. But we'll get the car up on jack stands and we'll get started on this. So before we get into it, we'll get into the box here. So we got a little remote here. Zip ties is good. Here's the lights themselves. And this is a little brain thing. And it looks like it came with some self-tappers as well, so that's good. I got the car off the ground, and I have the strips laid out on the ground, and I wanted to point out how you're supposed to lay the strips out, because the directions can be a little bit confusing. So I have the directions laid out here, and you can see that this is the control box, and then there's one wire going out here, or 2 wires here, 2 wires here. Difference being that when you lay these out on the ground, you have to notice that one side has a short piece and a long piece, and then the other side has a long piece and then a short piece. So you have to make sure you get those laid out correctly, or else I guess when you get everything installed and wired up, the sequences will be all out of order. So just make sure that you have the strips laid out correctly, and then you can get to mounting them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get going on that. I have around here somewhere, I have this little spritz bottle. This is just a little bottle full of alcohol. So I'm gonna spray this on the bottom of the car, get it cleaned up, and get these strips mounted. Real quick before we get to actually mounting the strips, I wanna mention that you guys should pay attention to where you're actually plan to mount them, because if you have them too far, let's say inboard from the car, if you have them too far that way, they're not going to be visible. If you have them too far this way, they're going to be too visible. If you have them mounted too low to the floor, when the lights are on, you'll actually see the individual LED lights. Maybe that's just me personally, but I don't like to be able to see the individual lights. I like it to be kind of one diffused color. So make sure that you don't put it on an area that's too low. Now, my car being bagged, obviously the car is going to be low at times, so placement for me personally is going to be really important. But I feel like I have a good area, so what I'm going to do here on the front is I'm going to put it just below this lip. Might be hard with the light, but there's a little lip here, so I'm going to put it up in here on there. And on the side skirt, I'm probably going to put it maybe right here, or maybe just inside the pinch weld. That way when the lights are on, you won't actually be able to see the lights. I personally don't like being able to see lights from the outside of the car. So we'll go ahead and I'll continue to clean, and then hopefully get these things mounted up. So I got the first strip all mounted up. You can see I have the leads hooked up to my jump box right here, just so I can kind of gauge where the light's gonna go. I have the brain box kind of snaked up through here for the battery, and I'll mount it up right there when it's all done. That's all mounted, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this side next. I'll try to film as much as I can, but there's not a whole lot of room in front of the car. It's kind of hard to get the camera down there, but I'll do the best I can. I think I'm gonna end up putting it right here, just inside of this little lip. pretty hidden from the outside. It's pretty even. I'm happy with that. I'll go ahead and mount it. Alright, so I ran into a little bit of a problem. I originally planned to just use self-tap screws that this kit came with and screw it to the bottom of the side skirts. Unfortunately, those screws will not go through the bottom of the part that I wanted to. So right now, it is just double-sided taped to the bottom of the skirt. That tape is a lot stronger than I actually thought it was. I had to rip up a little piece of it and actually ripped a little bit of my wrap off. So I'm happy with that for now. I can fix it in the future if I don't like it, but like I said, it's good enough for now, so I'm going to keep going. The other side should go relatively quickly, and the back should be quick as well. So we'll keep going. So I got all the lights mounted, and I want to go over and show you guys how everything is wired, just in case you want to do this yourself. I know I know the wiring is going to be different depending on what car it is or what car you're mounting them on, but overall it should be about the same. So I'll go over from the battery. I still have my little jump box here. So this is the brain box right here. It snakes down there. This side goes right through here. It goes all the way up and kind of follows a wire harness and my airlines and goes down back to that side. This side goes under and it is zip tied basically to the bottom of the radiator support. Comes out here, goes up and over, following the airlines as well. Out that side, following back over here. You can see the wires coming out there. They're kind of fished up following airlines. And then I have these backlights just double-sided tape under the bumper support. So since pretty much the hard part's done, I'm going to go ahead and zip tie up all the wires, get them out of the way, make sure everything's secure. And then I will close the garage and get some demos for you. So I got everything all mounted up. I got the garage closed. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a intro to it. Here's the remote. There it is. Looking good, looking good. That thing looks real good. Okay, so with the remote, all you can really do is you can adjust the brightness, change the color, and change the mode. But I was messing around with the app a little bit. I'll hop into the app and show you. So here we are in the Gobi app. I'll just give you guys a quick tour of it. I'll have the car in the background so you can see what I'm doing here. So the basics, you can just click color. There's a little color wheel down here, if I can get to it. And you can see colors changing. They have pre-built in what they call scenes. So you can select a whole bunch of different stuff. Then you can go up into Effects Lab. And they have a bunch more stuff. Here, like Effects Lab. So what do we got here? So that was a quick tour of just the presets, and then you can go into DIY, and here's a couple that I made. So this is just a blue and yellow. I have a little police one that I made, and I have a little rainbow. So there's a whole bunch of different features that you can do on these. Really, the sky's the limit. The limit is only your creativity. So I'm pretty stoked on this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm finally going to get the car cleaned up and go take some pictures. I haven't driven this thing in about a week and a half now. So all I can do is hope that nothing falls off. I'll make sure everything's tight, and hopefully we can get some good pictures. What's up, guys? So I'm in the car driving for the first time. Kind of just taking it slow for now, just to make sure I don't hear any weird sounds and things like that. I have noticed that there's a slight rub at around maybe 10 miles an hour turning right. So once I'm able to stop, I'll take a look at that and see what it is. It's probably just going to be a minor trim on the front bumper, I believe. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. I'm going to head over to my local parking structure, and I'll give you guys the big reveal. I'm excited. So my parking structure was all filled up, so I had no choice but to just kind of find a random spot. But I'm looking at the car right now, and it looks really, really, really good. I'm so stoked on it. So without further ado, here it is. It's so tough. So stoked on it. I wish I could do the underglow right now, but obviously it's too bright outside. Hopefully I can get some later. You guys, I am so stoked on this. This is the first time I've driven the car in about a month and a half, just because it took me a while to do all this, but it's so fucking good. I'm so stoked on it. One thing I still need to do, I'm still gonna put the door pieces on. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it, but I'm definitely gonna put them on, as well as these front bumper pieces that go right here. They just need a little bit more trimming, and I was too excited to start to drive the car. So I'm gonna get some more pictures. Maybe I'll get some beauty shots, but that's gonna be it for now. I have a couple more videos in the works, so hopefully I will see you guys soon. Peace.
Yeah, I feel so old. Can't waste no time, gotta wait in line and the weather's so cold. Should've brought my coat at the end of the line, on my shit untold. Messed up a lot, used to be waiting for something or someone to give me my spot. God only show you the way, it's all up to the plan and the paper and people you brought. I learned what I taught, I hope that they notice and give us a shot. I swear me team, been lying a lot, might give us away. And what is the cost? The truth I won't face, I think that we caught. I hear what you say, but jealousy rots the brain, the fame, the game. I know you a fan of me, feeling me, you can't get rid of me, calling the SWAT.
Time is running out, it's been moving but we still don't have the crowd. Money in my head but not my bank account. Clock is ticking fast. Yeah, we late but this shit's fantastic. For the ages, feels like it's magic.